Shalom, my name is Rudy Rochman. We're outside of the 2020 AIPAC Policy Conference, Hebrew year 5780. Our mission is to engage with the protesters outside, to break out of our echo chambers, and to either expose anti-Semitism or to create genuine, nuanced conversations in order to write a better future together. Let's see what we get. Yalla.
So what's going on with the Neturei Karta?
Okay. To break down with what's going down with Neturei Karta, we have to understand the psychological phenomenon that happens when a woman gets beat by her husband. A lot of women leave, and they should, but a lot of women also make excuses for it, and some women also blame themselves. So when it comes to the Jewish community, we've had so much generational passed down trauma that we've been through so much bad that a lot of Jews, when they see anti-Semitism, they get afraid and they make excuses for it. Oh, it's not that bad, don't worry about it. And some Jews even blame themselves. And that's what you see with Neturei Karta. It's Jews that have been broken psychologically for generations and think that they need to still suffer, and the only way they can exist is at the hands of their oppressors. It's our responsibility as Jews that are, as we say in this generation, woke and strong and proud of who we are, to be able to communicate to them and to heal the problems that they've had. Having conversation, genuine conversation between two Jews that love Hashem, that love Israel, that love our people, and that want the best for us. But if we are two oppositions, and we don't come together and figure out maybe one is right, maybe the other is right, maybe both are right.
I don't want to have a conversation because I can't get into wrong things, and I don't want to have that in my head either.
So it's not a religious thing.
They find the religious thing. If you
they find the machloket within the Torah.
But they pick and choose, because they'll say that Rav Kook and the Lubavitcher Rebbe are just like not rabbis. They're not Jews in their opinions.
Oh, they're not.
So they pick and choose what they need to fit their narrative in order to get to the conclusion that we can't be strong, we can't revive Hebrew, we can't live in our homeland, we can't do all these things.
So they don't get it that without Israel there is no Judaism in the world.
Well, they would say that Judaism still existed even when Israel was destroyed. But I think that Judaism was built as a portable suitcase of who we were in Judea in order to preserve that and to pass it down l'dor vador, generation to generation, with the intention of one day coming back home, Shana Ba B'Yerushalayim, and reviving that civilization.
Correct.
And that's what Zionism did in its actualization. So we have Israel, and that's an accomplishment of our mission statement the second we were kicked out of our homeland. In fact, when we break the glass when we get married, what does that represent?
That it's a remembering of all the punishment in the second temple and the first temple.
The destruction of the last temple, and the promise that in this marriage, our kids will come back and rebuild Jerusalem. So if they do that in their marriage, they need to understand these aren't just practices that we do for us to like have a memorabilia of what happened once upon a time. These are generational promises that we pass down in order to one day come back home. But they have a lot of trauma and a lot of pain, and we need to still have love for them because they're just as Jewish as we are. You can't not be Jewish if you're Jewish.
Love us?
They don't know. They're hurt.
They're hurt.
And the same way you see a woman that's being beaten by her husband and her making excuses and saying, no, it's my fault, you would feel bad for that woman and try to help her. We need to help those Jews too.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Thank you.